All right, the longer-awaited match preview is in here. We are previewing the game of Manchester United that is going to be here taking on a club known as Arsenal at what we call the Emirates. Smash the like button, comment and share. If you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Now, this game of football has seen very many people come up and obviously talk about it. And we are like, who are we not to come up and obviously also give our views about this particular game of football? And here again, we come to obviously let you know about this particular fixture. Manchester United taking on a side known as Arsenal, and it's Arsenal hosting at the Emirates. Remember, the Emirates capacity at 60,704. 60,704 people in there for you. That's what the Emirates capacitates. So Arsenal is obviously gonna be hosting Manchester United this season, and remember that this is really one of the hugely awaited for matches all over the world. United and Arsenal went ahead to build all this when Arsenal still had Arsene Wenger as their manager. You understand? When they really had Arsene Wenger as their manager, this is when they went ahead to obviously build all this feud, and it is really paying off into years after, as United is having a new manager who is an interim, that is Michael Carrick, and Arsenal do have a permanent manager who has been here since the 19th of December 2019 till now, and is still doing wonders as a manager. And for the 4th season in a row, he has been competing for the trophy. Out of the 3 seasons, he has not gone ahead to win any of those. But this season, he looks like he's the favorite to take this trophy as a manager. So that is what you're really in here for onto our channel. And we are hugely waiting to see how this game will go. But I'm here to give you my thoughts about this beautiful game of football. You know, many people are really waiting for my thoughts because they know I am a United fan, and I'm this kind of person who has always gone ahead to be pleased with the works that Arsenal really putting down on the table to see to it that everything really moves on as planned. So when you look at the head-to-head, Arsenal is first or leading the table, first on the Premier League table. Man United is 5th. Arsenal is having 50 points. United is having 35. That is a 15-point difference. Arsenal has scored 40 goals. United has scored 38 goals. So it shows you that if United really had a better defense, they would have gone ahead to find themselves in a position of really being close to Arsenal. 14 goals conceded by Arsenal. United has gone ahead to concede 32. So it shows you that the difference is that United has gone ahead to concede very many goals and Arsenal has gone ahead to concede very few goals. 233 shots for Arsenal, 109 on target, 124 off target, 95 shots have been blocked by the opponents. 266 shots for Man United, 126 shots on target, 140 off target. 96 shots blocked by the opponents. Arsenal is averaging 85.23 passing accuracy per game, and United is averaging 82.05 per game. That's United for you. You understand? Then 9 points have been gained by Arsenal from a losing position, and United has gone ahead to gain 8 points from losing positions. 2 points dropped from a winning position, and United has gone ahead to drop 14. Oh my God, that is really bad for my team that I really support. And the last game that Arsenal played in the Premier League, it was 0-0 draw against Nottingham Forest away, and United beat Manchester City at Old Trafford 2-0. Previous meetings, 207 meetings between these two teams, 72 have been won by Arsenal, 86 have been won by Man United, and 49 draws. United still has an edge, you understand. And in the Premier League, their last 3 meetings. 12th January 2025, FA Cup, it ended 1-1. They went to penalties and United knocked out Arsenal. And Man United, 9th March 2025, it ended in a 1-1 all draw. Then 17th August 2025, the match opener for both Arsenal and Man United. It saw United lose to Arsenal by 1-0. It was scored by Ricardo Carafiori from a set piece. You understand? So that is Arsenal for you. So last season, when United went to the Emirates, United lost by 2-0. I think it was Saliba, a set-piece goal, and again, a Julian Timber set-piece goal. But United really looked good in that game. But Arsenal were like, you have the possession. We will obviously come up and really get the 3 points. And that's why I told you that Arteta really has everything you want from him. He really has everything that you feel like you would want to see your manager really manage a game of football. We go to the team news. The team news for Arsenal, they don't have any injured player. The 2 players on the sick bay are back, Piero Hikapi and Ricardo Carafiori, right? All those players are really back. Max Dorman is not considered to be a player playing in the first team of Arsenal because he's still an academy player, 15, 16 years of age. He got an ankle injury and I think he's also closing in to return. And I think the departure of Ethan Nwaneri to Marseille will help him really get ample playing time in there for you. So that's exactly what you're really having in here. At Manchester United, they have Matthias De Ligt out of this contention and Joshua Zirkzee. Joshua Zirkzee in there for you. Very, very important, right? To really note about what Joshua Zirkzee is really suffering. And they're telling us that he might obviously make it to the final squad. You understand? So, Joshua Zirkzee is another one that we should wait and see whether he travels with Manchester United to London. Then, 3 of the players that we are playing at AFCON are really back, that they missed in some games. Amadi Diallo, Brian Mbeumo, and Mazarawi. All of those are really back. So, if we are to obviously put it in a nutshell, all these sides have a fully fit squad. I don't want to see any team come out on here and complain that we really had more injuries. No way. United has 1 injury of Matthias De Ligt. Arsenal has Max Dorman. And minus Matthias De Ligt, though he's the best right-side centre-back of Man United, there is Lenny Yoro, there is Harry Maguire, and many others. Frederick Son, and so on and so forth, They've shown us that they're really good and they can come in through and obviously get the job done. You understand? So, from there, that means we are heading to the probable starting 11 for the club of Arsenal. That of United will obviously be shown well on the United Matters channel. After here, that's where I'm heading. System 4-3-3. That's the system that Arsenal really does a lot. And in goal, Arsenal is obviously going to be going in for David Raya. No doubt about it. Best goalkeeper in the Premier League this season so far. Right? Right back, obviously, they do have Benjamin White and they do have Julian Timber. In the previous games, I've gone ahead to see the manager of Arsenal really play Julian Timber as a left back and Ben White as a right back. Why has he gone ahead to obviously be doing that? Because a player known as because they never really had Piero Hincapi or Ricardo Carafiori. But the return of Piero Hincapi and Carafiori obviously means Julian Timber is going to be played as a right back and Benjamin White will get back onto the bench. You get? Then, left back, Piero Hincapi, Lewis Kelly, and Ricardo Carafiori. We get Lewis Kelly out of the contention because even when he was really available, the manager really went ahead to play Julian Timber in his position. So that means the first choice left back for the club of Arsenal will be Ricardo Carafiori. We go to the central defense. Obviously, Mosquera is back. Hincapi is back. nothing will stop the manager going in for William Saliba as a right-sided centre-back, and Gabriel Magalhaes has a left-sided centre-back. Nothing will stop him from really doing that. So, as you look at that, I think it's really one of those beautiful moments that you'll ever want to look at and see that all goes on well as planned in there for you. So that is the back five for the club of Arsenal as anticipated. Then we go to the midfield. Zubimendi will come in through to play as the CDM. Declan Rice will come in through to play as a box-to-box midfielder. And Martin Odegaard will come and play as the number 10. He never had a good game against Nottingham Forest, but the manager really rested him for the game of Inter Milan. So in the game of Inter Milan, particularly for this particular fixture against Manchester United, to come up and obviously put out a very huge shift as a player. So we wait to see what his showcase will be, whether he has been really fatigued and after this rest, he's like showing signs of really coming to do the needful. Then, right forward, it's really going to be about Bukayo Saka. That is it. Think will come in through and obviously put in a shift there. Then, the left forward, it's really going to be Leandro Trossard, right? And the big question is on who leads the line. Gabriel Jesus scoring a brace. Joker is coming off the bench and scoring Arsenal, extending their lead to a 2-goal difference against Inter Milan. So, who really starts in here? When you read through what the manager really said, it is written all over the wall. It's Victor Gyökeres as the starting player or the first choice centre forward for the club of Arsenal. And this won't really come and affect Gabriel Jesus because he knows to it that United, he'll come off the bench and really feature in here. And in the midweek, around the 28th, they do really have a big game against Kairat, and he will start in there. So, Arsenal being in several tournaments has helped Mikel Arteta not to see these players claim for what we call ample playing time. You get? So, they've gone ahead to come in through, they've put in a shift, and all will be appreciated. You understand? So, that's exactly what we are having in here, and that is my probable starting 11 for the side of Arsenal. For Manchester United, the system will be 4-2-3-1, obviously, and that will call in for a player known as Seny Lamens in goal, Dalo Olmazarawi right back, left back, Luke Shaw, central defense, Harry Maguire, right-sided centre-back, and Lisandro Martinez as a left-sided centre-back. At the double pivot, Kobe Mainoo and Casemiro, I think Amadi Diallo will lead the line. So we'll play as a right forward. Then Patrick Dog will play as a left attacking midfielder. Then I think Benjamin Sesko will lead the line for the club of Manchester United in there for you. The manager will obviously have players like Mason Mount on bench, Bran Mbeumo, and Matthias Cunha, who can come off the bench and really change the beautiful game of football. So that is what I really had in my mind, and that is my probable starting 11. I don't know what your thoughts are about it, but that's what I really had, that Arsenal will obviously come in through. Obviously, that is the first 11 for the club of Arsenal, and unless otherwise, Ricardo Carafiori doesn't pass what we call the late fitness test, that might be the big change, but I really understand he is fit to go for this fixture, right? Now, let's get what we call the head-to-head stats, guys, that you guys need to know. And these are what we call the match facts. Now, the first match fact reads that Arsenal have won each of their last 4 Premier League home games against Man United, the longest home winning run against them by any side in the competition. The last team to win 5 in a row in the league were West Brom between 1976 and 1980. So, you've had it all, and you'll come in here and really let me know what your thoughts are about it. Secondly, why is it loading? What's wrong with it? I hate it when these browsers really freeze up, Yet I really do my preparation for them really early enough, and they try to go ahead and obviously disappoint me. That's what I really hate a lot. And you see the browser is really trying to load, but I'll come up and obviously reveal to you exactly what it is all about. Man United are winless in their last 6 Premier League games against Arsenal. 1 draw, 5 losses. They've never gone 7 in a row without a win against the Gunners in their league history. So this might give you hope that maybe United can turn around this fixture, especially while playing a club known as Arsenal. But we wait to see, and we live to wait and see how it will happen. Arsenal looking to complete their 5th Premier League double over Man United after 1977-1998 season, 2001-2002 season, 2006 to 2007 season, and 2023-2024. They won 1-0 at Old Trafford in the reverse fixture, but they have only won both league meetings with the Red Devils without conceding in 1901 to 1902 in their second tier. That is it. So you now know when United last went ahead to obviously have such a performance against Arsenal. Then Arsenal's last 2 Premier League games have both finished 0-0 with West Ham in December 2015, and last team to have conceded 3 consecutive goalless draws. Overall, there have been 12 instances of a team drawing 0-0 in 3+ Premier League games in a row, with Gyökeres responsible for 3 of those: 4 in February 2009, 3rd in September 1998, 4th in October 1993. So, the Gunners are responsible for these. So, can they go 3 Premier League games without scoring a goal? And all those games really being draws? We are here to wait and exactly see whether that will come to pass. Then, since the departure of Ruben Amorim, United rank first in the Premier League for XG 4.81, shots attempted, they are 41, and shots on target, they are 17, and have the best XG differential plus 412, and best shot difference plus 27. So, a lot has gone ahead to this change. And if I told you watch that game of Burnley, it contributed a lot to these stats because United, attacked Burnley. And Benjamin Sesko really had what we call plentiful of chances. The guy really had been getting what we call handful of chances, but this time around, he's getting plentiful of chances in there. Arsenal haven't faced a single shot on target in their last 2 Premier League matches. The 5th time this season, they've stopped their opponents from having one. It's the most times in the season a team has managed this since Chelsea in 2020-2021 season. They managed it 5 times. And since 2003, 2004, only Man City in both 2017 and 2019 to 2020 have done so often in a season. So Chelsea 2020-21, 5 times in there for you. And also in 2003, 2004, you know that Chelsea, when Abramovich came in through, they're really a very tough team in there. For Man City, they've done it twice, 5 times, no shot conceded from the opponent. They did it in 2017-2018 season and 2019-2020 season. That's a team known as Man City for you. So it shows you that Arsenal are really doing great and they are working towards the trophy. Arsenal boss Mikel Arteta has won 67% of his 12 Premier League games against Man United. 8 wins, 2 draws and 2 losses, the highest win rate of any manager to face them at least 5 times. So he has the highest winning rate for a manager that has gone ahead to face Man United for 8 times. Or many times. And I think it's all about United being really in some depreciative mode. But will Michael Carrick lift it there? We wait. Michael Carrick's first and only Premier League victory in his previous stint as United manager came against Mikel Arteta's Arsenal at Old Trafford, 3-2 in 2021. He was acting as an interim for 3 games in the Premier League. We are there 3-2, and he played Chelsea. I think that was a draw. He played Arsenal 3-2. Then he played in the Champions League. And then Ralf Rangnick came in through and took over. Manchester United's Bruno Fernandes has created the most chances in the Premier League this season, 62, while he also has the most assists, 9. He ranks first for chances created both in open play, 40, and from set plays, 22, and his current ratio of 3.4 chances created per 90 minutes is the best by United player since Ryan Giggs in 2008-2009, which was 3.7. So Bruno Fernandes is really one of those to watch out for in there. Lastly, Arsenal have only conceded 90 goals in 118 Premier League games with William Saliba on the pitch. The average of 1 every 115 minutes. Among Ghana's players to play 10,000 minutes in the competition, only Tony Adams, 1 every 118 minutes, has a better ratio. So it's all about Saliba and what the team of Arsenal really has to do most of the times when they really have such players onto the field of play. So that is really very impressive. I tell you, very, very impressive for the club of Arsenal. And now, I know you're waiting for my prediction. I see a 1-0 win for the club of Arsenal because I think it's really going to be very tight. But I think the best result United can get from that stadium is a draw. That is it. I don't see United getting or walking away with a win from Emirates because at the Emirates, no team has gone ahead, obviously, collect 3 points from the Emirates this season, meaning that they have to do the needful and really put in a very huge shift altogether to help all goes on well as planned. So those are my predictions. I'm waiting for yours too in the comment section below. Rokani David remains my name. Who do you take out? Who do you bring in onto this prediction I'm going to hit to make? And your preview and probable starting 11s are really being waited for onto this channel.